program is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Net Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment. The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Watch out for
Blasting to you straight out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, starring Sierra, Sweet Cheeks, Alexia, and Mama.
Good evening, Las Vegas, and people around the world.
And all you motherfuckers in Ireland.
We're in Ireland tonight, huh? All right. We like Ireland. St. Patty's Day is coming up soon.
We're going to be celebrating St. Patty's Day at Winter Weekend, aren't we?
Yeah, it is. That is when St. Patty's Day is actually the Monday after Winter Weekend.
The Monday after Winter Weekend?
Yeah, the Monday. I know
Hey, look
that.
who's back in studio.
I know.
Look who's back in studio. And we're waiting on Toxie. She's on her way. I guess maybe...
Get that mic right up to your mouth there.
Like it's a cock.
Like, put it in your mouth.
There you go.
There, right
You
on
can
it.
pull
Hey,
the
we're
mic-
all loud bitches, so you got to speak up,
You
girl.
can pull the mic to you so you don't have to slouch, ma'am.
I'm used to slouching into it. I have to be comfortable.
You slouch into other things that are phallic too?
Maybe. I like to use blowjobs as a way... sorry, I'm blowing y'all out here. I like to use blowjobs as an exercise because I don't just bob my head. I do them like a push-up. So I like get over them and then I'm just like pushing
She's
like
doing
this.
her calisthenics while she's giving blowjob. Oh, is his cock that big?
Well, he certainly isn't no slouch.
I
to have that happen and then you're sore the next day in your chest, you know.
Oh, you know,
I get
mine
it.
is my arms right here.
Yeah.
I got a lot to push up and down, you know.
Have you really done calisthenics while you were giving head? Have you ever done?
Well, no,
okay.
I mean, I'm not. I don't just.
I guess it would be a
I'm
way
pretty
to.
active head giver.
I guess that would be a good way to get two things done at once.
Yeah, but then you make sure
Multitasking.
then you have to schedule somebody at the same time every day for a blowjob so that you can get your calisthenics in.
Oh no, you do different kinds of sexual activities every day as your calisthenics because you're not. You don't do when you go work out like lift weights. You don't do your arms 2 days in a row.
No, that's
you
very
do your arms, skip a day, do your arms.
Well, I'm telling you, Ride 'em Cowboy is a great one.
I was just going to say ride the next
Now,
day.
Ride 'em Cowboy, you can get several muscle groups in. Because you can do push-ups, but then you can just get up there and whoo!
I like doing cowgirl, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I love doing it, but I have a bad habit of breaking men's penises. Or you know how when you get so into it that you go up so high and
you come down the wrong way.
And like I'm always afraid that that's going to happen because it happens almost all the time.
Well, don't get so excited and go up and down so hard.
I'm sorry, but it's sex. Hello. Hello.
And day 3 is missionary. And you hold your own legs, so you do stretching. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Right. It's like yoga. It's like yoga sex.
Yeah.
Exercise.
And then if you're in missionary, as long as you keep your legs going up and down, then you can exercise those bones.
And the man can help you. Mike was famous for holding my feet and moving them all different ways. So the man can help you stretch and
get your exercises in. Oh, that is way too funny.
Because especially when they're sweating, when they're doing you, they are working.
Oh yeah, they're working it.
And that's one of the hottest.
You know what I'm
ever.
learning more and more about is the dysfunction of the male penis. In other words, I mean, I don't mean dysfunction in a bad way. I mean like these penises have minds of their own. They're like, their penises are like sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And it's not like the man isn't willing, I'm realizing, or it's not the woman. Their penises just are not working right. Poor men.
Yeah.
Because you know what I think?
I think it's cow hormones.
And you know what I think? Cow hormones. I think men.
No, I think that whole Monsanto GMO
Really?
thing,
Don't you just think it's old age and they have less testosterone?
I think part of the whole diet of the American people contributes to low testosterone and
Red meat.
other problems
all I
that they
know
have.
is that men have expiration dates. At a certain age, they ain't fucking no more because the
Where
cock
does that
ain't working
stand?
right.
On their taint?
I
underneath
think,
their
but
balls?
I don't know what their date is. Women, as long as they make KY or some kind of jelly, we ain't got to worry. We don't have an expiration date. We could still fuck. At some point, the men, their penises ain't working. It's going to be done one day. So expiration dates, get them while you can, girl.
You look up underneath the balls.
And
that's where the date is stepped.
Does it Viagra help at all?
Well, I think that Viagra and Cialis help men during the interim. Maybe, I don't know, 50. I don't know what age they have to start.
Most men feel pretty bad when they can't. It's a huge psychological blow.
I think you're
to most
absolutely
men.
right. And you know what? And most of the time, it's totally not under their control. It's just not doing what they need it to do.
Right. And it's not. It's nothing to do with the girl. It's nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with it.
Well, and I think that
body
Cialis
problems.
and Viagra have extended the life for men. That expiration date. But eventually, I think maybe if you're 80 or 90, it's still they deserve it.
No, it's a preservative.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we've had this discussion on the show before, and even though it's not the girl's fault, I think every girl agrees that it still feels like your fault.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Did I wipe my ass okay? Is my vagina all right?
Am I giving the blowjob wrong?
Right.
Well, and we had a guest in studio that said, no, sometimes I just want to touch the woman, and I don't always have an orgasm. And all of us looked at him and went, oh, yeah, that fucking insults us, okay? But I'm learning not to be insulted by that.
Right.
Because I realize that there's...
Yeah, but even if you are the most I know this from personal experience, even if you are the most understanding person, even if you are the most caring and you can say the right words, it still kills men when they can't get it up.
I think you're right.
It does.
Well, and sometimes they can get it up, they just can't come.
Yeah, that's true too.
So sometimes it's not a hard decision.
I'm a huge fan of the gaskets. What are those called?
Oh, the cock ring?
Cock ring.
Gaskets.
I'm a huge fan of those.
Gaskets. So you cock
the cock
gasket. The washer and the gasket.
So can we take a real quick break because I need to reload the video? We have some listeners having problems with the video.
Sure.
So
we want it right for our listeners. Just a quick break. Don't go nowhere, anybody.